Let's go straight to our second story tonight. Look at the headlines across the three big southern states this week, my friends. A coordinated symphony of constitutional friction between state governors and state governments. Whether in Tamil Nadu, whether in Kerala, whether in Bengal, and now in Karnataka. In Chennai, Governor R.N. Ravi walks out of the assembly over a disagreement over his speech and the national anthem. In Kerala, the long-standing feud over university appointments and delayed bills escalates into an ugly manner this week. And today in Karnataka, the governor's office has become the new front line of political warfare, sparking protests in the Vidhan Sauda, with the Siddaramaiah government now poised to even move the Supreme Court against the governor. This governor versus state drama is familiar to us and has become a recurring theme in our politics. While politicians and governors trade barbs and gain political mileage, though, it's you and I, the Indian taxpayer, who are picking up the bill for what I personally view as an outdated and wasteful chaos. Let's talk numbers for a moment, shall we? Did you know, my friends, that we pay an average of 3.5 lakh rupees per month per governor/lieutenant governor across 28 states and union territories? That's about 11.7 crore rupees just in basic pay. But the real black hole is the Raj Bhavan establishment. Palatial mansions in all of our states and union territories. Staff, ADCs, drivers, gardeners, secretariat. In Goa, the upkeep of a Raj Bhavan costs 19 crore rupees a year. In larger states, it can soar to 50 to 70 crore rupees a year. Add travel, discretionary grants and maintenance of colonial era palaces like these Raj Bhavans, and the annual expense crosses an eye-watering 600 to 700 crore rupees. Why are we paying for this? Let's look at the governor functions, because you may argue that governors are important. Function number 1, assent to state legislative bills. If a bill is unconstitutional, the High Court already exists to strike it down. Function number 2, administering oaths. The Chief Justice of a High Court can do it. In fact, they already do when a governor is not available. Function number 3, Chancellor of universities. Why should a governor preside over a university, often without any academic credentials? Give the role to an eminent academic or an independent board. Function number 4, acting as a bridge to the center. The center and states are hyper-connected. They don't need a 19th century emissary living in a 100-room mansion. In fact, the presence of a governor, in my view, and our political track record bears it out, has actually bred suspicion and bad blood in our federal system. Supporters argue that governors keep states in check, assuming the union is higher than the states. Now, this is a hollow argument. Governors have no enforcement machinery of their own. They rely on the same constitution that elected state governments are sworn to uphold. If we are serious about scrubbing colonial relics, as the Prime Minister is attempting to do, and justifiably so, why preserve the ultimate one? The governor's post was designed by the British to keep errant provinces in line. The post hasn't just outlived its utility, it is actively, in my view, sabotaging our federal dynamics. The state and the center can fight all they want in the middle of our federal structure. It doesn't need a middleman like a governor. It's time to shut down Raj Bhavans, end the post of governors, and make this totally unnecessary expense finally work for the people.
Another day, another governor versus government showdown in an opposition-ruled state. Governor Thawarchand Gehlot walking out of the Karnataka assembly without delivering his customary speech, as he objected to some portions criticizing the centre's new law on rural employment, the G. Ramji bill. Chaos ensued inside the assembly. Congress's B.K. Hariprasad seen arguing with the governor and trying to stop him as Gehlot made his way out. Hariprasad's shirt was torn in the ruckus.
Today is the black day in the history of democracy. A governor who is supposed to be a guardian of the constitution, he has violated, insulted, failed in discharging his duties as governor.
The BJP, defending the governor, attacked the Congress government of pursuing its agenda.
The state government has no agenda but to do politics. Their only agenda is to blame the central government. So anyway, discussion will happen and we will expose them. how J. Ramji is good and what these people are trying to do.
The Karnataka fracas came just 2 days after a similar episode in the Tamil Nadu Assembly, where Governor R.N. Ravi on Tuesday refused to read a speech prepared by the ruling DMK government and walked out of the opening day of the year's first assembly session in a huff, declaring the national anthem had been insulted. Opposition states such as Bengal, Kerala, Karnataka, Punjab and Tamil Nadu have seen repeated government and governor clashes over assembly speeches and pending bills.
Now, I will be debating the BJP versus the Congress over the governor in Karnataka. That is the big headline today. But I just want to remind you once again about the wastefulness of the entire governor system. I want to take the example of the Raj Bhavan in Mumbai. Most of you would never have seen it because it is India's most expensive residence. That's a bird's eye view of this absolute palace. It has an estimated value of, wait for this number, 30,000 crore rupees. Does this look like a home for one person? That's the home of the Maharashtra governor, one guy. Location in Malabar Hill. Most beautiful building in Mumbai. 44 acres of sea-facing property with about a dozen rooms. It has a helipad, swimming pool, tennis court, private beach, private forest. And this is for one governor and his staff and secretariat. Total worth of that property, about 30,000 crores. It is absolutely incredible. But that is not the debate tonight. I've given you my personal view as far as governors are concerned. Let's get into what happened in Karnataka today because it's only the latest instance of a big governor versus state government clash. Mohan Vishwa is spokesperson of the BJP. America Narayan is a political analyst. He supports the Congress party in this particular case. Mohan, let's kick it off with you. The Siddaramaiah government is planning to go to the Supreme Court against the governor in Karnataka. The BJP has supported the governor in this case.
Exactly. Good evening, Shiv. Thank you for having the show. See, if you look at the history of Congress, the highest misuse of governor's house is done by Congress itself, starting from Indira Gandhi, or it can be even Nehru also, even Rajiv Gandhi also. The same thing continued here. See, what is happening in the state of Karnataka is from past 2.5 years since the inception of this government, if you see, except for the development, they keep on blaming the central government every day, every morning, and they keep on, bringing some other issues and target the central government. This is what is happening. Except for that, nothing they have been done. Okay? So in this G. Ramji bill also, see, this special session has been held to discuss about the G. Ramji bill. Let them discuss, no problem, they have a right. But when you give the governor's speech, as per Article, 176, it's the duty of the governor to, speak the speech in the session. But the governor has a right, to take out some portion of any particular paragraph of that particular speech or not, if it is contentious in nature, because we have several cases, like, in Calcutta High Court case, in 1966 also it is prescribed. The same thing happened here. What is G. Ramji? See, it is an act passed in the parliament after due discussion in Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha, after putting into vote and after getting an assent from president. So once an act is made, if you have some reservations of that, you can go to court, let the court validate, the constitutionality of it.
Okay.
Nothing wrong about it. But when you give, some wrong facts about the G.B. Ramji bill, and you ask the governor to read the same in his speech, obviously he has every right to decline reading. So when it declines that, this Congress party comes out and start, telling that governor is acting as an agent of BJP and all. So these kind of statements are coming in. So from past 2.5 years, the same Congress government has given lot of bill to governor. So has given an assent. So lot of act has been passed in Karnataka.
This happens.
So they did not had any issue then. Now suddenly when G.B. Ramji bill comes into picture, so they wanted to misuse the constitutional post of the governor, and they wanted him to...
Mr. Narayan, respond. Mr. Narayan, respond. I just want to say that, the governor's position and these frictions that happen have taken place no matter which party is in power in whichever state. And, that is a more fundamental aspect. But respond to what Mohan is saying, Mr. Narayan.
First thing, I used to say the governors are needed, but more and more, I think I don't deny it has happened when the Congress was ruling at the center, but not as abrasively as it is happening now. there has been some decorum, some trying to at least maintain what the Constitution says. But, I mean, most of the time, I wouldn't say all the time. But now it has become a consistent practice of the governors, and more so after you talk about the numbers, where past does not justify two wrongs, does not make things right.
Okay.
Now, it is the time to evaluate the office of gubernatorial office in federal India. Governors are acting today unconstitutionally, holding the bills and against the people of the state which they are supposed to govern. And when the Constitution says both the president and the governor they do not have a choice.
But in what happened today in the Vidhan Sabha, you think that's okay?
Elected government. I'm sorry?
What happened today with the Karnataka governor and the Siddaramaiah government threatening to take him to the Supreme Court, do you think that's okay?
No, absolutely. The fact of the matter is the governor of the state has no choice because he is only the mouthpiece when he reads. He can have his comments, but not at the time where he is doing the constitutional duty of what the government wants him to read. Let him get out of the office, or even after finishing the speech, maybe even that I think is wrong.
Okay.
He cannot act as the role of the opposition.
Okay.
He is the mouthpiece of the government at that time, as per the Constitution, and he should just read it. Maybe he can disagree at the outset, maybe after coming out in the governor's mansion.
Mohan, respond to that. The governor is being accused of playing the role of the opposition when this is just a constitutional ritual.
Shiv, I told you in my first reaction itself that the same governor has approved lot of bill passed by the same Congress government
that doesn't make it right.
years. Okay. Let me tell you one lie what this Congress is spreading. Okay, regarding the G Ramji bill itself, they come out in the media. The law minister H.K. Patil himself said that G Ramji bill is taking out the jobs in the rural areas and the poor, and also he mentions about the power of Gram Panchayats being taken out in G Ramji bill. Okay, let me read out section 16 of G Ramji bill. It says the Panchayat at the district, intermediate and village level shall be the principal authority for planning, implementation and monitoring of the schemes under this act. The Panchayat at the district level shall oversee and coordinate implementation of the scheme in the district, including finalization, approval of the aggregate district level plan, supervision and monitoring of works, ensuring convergence and perform such other functions as may be assigned by the state government. It is there in the G Ramji Act. Can you ask governor to speak against this particular section?
Mr. Narayan wants to respond. Yes. Mr. Narayan will respond.
President, again,
point made, Mohan. Let him respond.
The role of the governor is not to make a judgment call at that point. He is only delivering the government's address. As a matter of fact, you know what's happening? Today in Tamil Nadu, the elections is coming, and a lot of states, including Karnataka, will be facing it soon. Rather than now, you would have faced today, if they had read, talking about the government's program. Instead, they are diverting the attention of the achievements of those governments in the opposition state by making it a ritual where we end up talking about the governor making a fool out of himself and making a mockery of the Constitution.
Okay.
He has no business to do that. He has not consistently, this government is using the constitutional authority unconstitutionally. They are not BJP governor. They are the governors of the government of the state, appointed by the central government. It's not the BJP governor. As a matter of fact, in Tamil Nadu, the word Sanatan Dharma, which has been misunderstood, which has never been used in the past, because the governor has started using it out of context.
Mohan,
this is a problem. The governor
final word, Mohan. Almost out of time.
Not the constitutional authority.
Shiv, as I told you earlier, if you see the same governor speech of last 2.5 years, see, there are two budgets has been presented till now, 23, 24, 25, three budgets, including an interim budget by Siddaramaiah. So if you read out the speech of the governor, okay, when he starts the speech, he calls it as my state, my state is prospering. My state government is implementing so scheme. So my state GDP is increased. So this is what he says. This is what he has read in the past also. So if he is making some reservations with respect to this particular speech, means this Congress government just to please Rahul Gandhi, because Siddaramaiah wants to save his chair. D.K. Shivkumar wants to earn his chair, because if they want to please Rahul Gandhi, they are bringing this VG Ramji, and that, you know, they are misusing the constitutional post of governor also. They wanted governor to tell the same thing what they are telling.
I'm out of time. But since you had your hand raised, 10 seconds. Last 10 seconds to you, Mr. Narayanan. Last 10 seconds.
Very simply, the states in BJP rule states, they do use the state BJP's Modi or other people's name. Now, that's what that is. It's political, it's party-based. They have a right to do that.
Okay.
Now, the constitutional authority does not have the right to deny that right to the elected government.
Mohan, 10 seconds, 10 seconds, 10 seconds. Both of you, please stop raising your hands. I'm out of time. Mohan, 10 seconds.
See, Constitution says governor should address the session. He has addressed the session. At the same time, Constitution doesn't say that, you know, he has to read exactly what has been prepared by the government. You know, the courts have ruled in the past also that if he has a reservation, if it's continuous in nature, he can omit that particular paragraph line itself.
We are heading into a very vicious political season with elections in 5 states. It's going to be extremely hostile. It's going to be extremely aggressive, and all eyes will be on the governors in all of these places. They may have a role to play depending on the results in these elections, and that's why this is a germane issue to debate right now. We're seeing it in the southern states. We're seeing it in Bengal. We will be seeing it in the days and weeks ahead. America Narayanan, Mohan Vishwa, thank you very much for your time tonight here on India Matters. And to you, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you at the same time tomorrow. The buck stops here with Padmaja Joshi is next.